Hello friends. Hi girls. I'm so pumped about the things that we found this weekend. My friend Julie and I went antique shopping in Springfield Friday and Saturday all day, and it doesn't seem like, when you come home and you lay it all out, it doesn't seem like much, but we probably made 4 trips to the car. I did some shopping for a local restaurant, adding a kind of a sports bar to the side of their building that they have. And so we had fun finding some sports memorabilia. I'm going to show you that at the end of this video. But for now, I wanted to show you some of the little things that I found for them, for me, and some things that I'll be sharing with you guys as well. So good morning. Good morning, Betty. Thanks for joining me. You're the first person that I see. And that's always nice because then I know it's working. But anyway, we had a big weekend. It was so hot. And but I wanted to get some wooden shoes, and I found some. We had a great project. Hi, Tammy. We had a great project in my my private group that really inspired me to find more, because I need to make some more to sell to you guys. And I needed some more little shoes. I know there's a few of you that, hi Jackie, good morning. Good morning, Tori. Thanks for sprinkling, Jackie. That's always so nice of you. You're my best sprinkler. So anyway, but the thing that probably you guys, as my follower friends, would be the most excited about is that I found organ poles. Yay, Tammy. Yes, wooden shoes, large and small. So I was really thinking I wanted to make another clock, but I really love what we did in the group. I know you were in there and got to see. I have been MIA for about a month and a half. I told you guys a month, but it's been about a month and a half. I'm kind of in a better place. Hi, Kim. It's just, you guys know I've been traveling, helping my daughter in Arizona. I'm in Ohio. I got to go to Lake Erie and stay at my friend Sherry's house for a week, and we went to the Stern Wheel Festival and spent that weekend. It's just been a lot happening. I've been trying to move things over. I've got everything all together for my crafting over there at our little house. You guys that have been here know what I'm talking about. So anyway, it's been quite a thing, and I have to tell you guys, hi Sue. Oh, that's so sweet. I've had so many people message me and say, are you okay? Oh, Linda, thank you for the stars. My goodness, it's been a while since I've had some stars. Thank you so much. Thank you for the stars. Hearts to you. I don't have my hearts or stars here with me. Everything is over there. But yes, I am just, no, that's great. Yeah, it's been a while. So anyway, but the thing that surprised us the most, so those of you that have been here know that we do the Janky to Swanky challenge projects. And Julie's like, we need to find another Janky to Swanky while we're here. Good morning, Kathy. And we found one, and we both thought it was super janked out. Like, somebody said they don't like that word, but this is such a great word for, you know what I mean, right? Super not so great, right? Hi, Cindy. So anyway, I was shocked at how many of you were like, oh, that's so great. It's not. You guys are crazy. Look, this is the electrical wire for it. The glass, we saw potential for a project. Yes, Betty, I've been going live over there. Kathy DiDomenico had me in her private group, the Royal Sparkle Chicks, and we did a really fun pumpkin vintage project. And then I've been in my group, my private group is where I've been consistent in there, but just here, I just haven't been, and I'm sorry about that. But yeah, you guys, Kathy, yes, you guys like the lamps. You try to figure out what you would do. I know, Tammy, and I have no plans, no idea, but it does all come apart. So we'll have this glass base, we'll have this cord if we need, and then we'll have all of these little pieces. We have this if we want it, and then we have the 3 beads. And we can add or do anything to it that we want. We used to put a $20 limit on it, but we don't do that to each other anymore because we just want to make something that we're going to like. So we'll see. I don't have any ideas. I really haven't stopped and thought about it, but Julie got one and I got one. the original Janky to Swanky came from Wesley at Farm Shenanigans on Instagram, and he did a Janky to Swanky with some friends, and they traded, like they would shop. Hi Pam. So they would, well, welcome. Sharon, you're live. I'm live. You're not on the replay. Isn't that funny? Here we are. I'm real time. So anyway, so someone would shop for him and like buy him an old shoe or whatever and say, okay, here's your project. And then he would buy like something like this lamp and here's your project. And then they would do a reveal and they would show what each other did for their projects. So, Julie and I wanted to do it, and instead of buying something different for each other, we decided to find something that is a double. So this is our fourth one, or maybe fifth one, and for sure it's 4. And if you want to see the other projects, you could search my YouTube channel, Tammy Loves Vintage, and see if you can find the videos in the search bar. Just type Janky to Swanky, and we're spelling it Janky. And then for sure on Instagram, I have a little highlight bubble if you're on Instagram, and you can look for Tammy Loves Vintage and see, but they're crazy what we've bought and what we've turned them into. We're both very proud. Anyway, so we'll see what we come up with this, and then it'll take about it'll take a couple weeks. Sometimes it's been a couple months before we come up with what we're going to do, but we always reveal here, and so you'll come to my house and see what I do and how I stage it, and then we'll go to her house is normally how we do it. Sometimes we do the reveal together, like if it's a portable thing that's not already hanging on the wall, I'll take it to her house or she'll come here. But anyway, so it was just so funny. Almost everybody said, I love those lamps, I need those lamps. We're like, oh no, because they're a mess, but they're not a terrible mess, I guess. So I see the potential, and I'm glad that you all do too. So, okay, here we go. Let's get started. So the most important thing that I found for you that I am thrilled beyond thrilled, it's going to take, I'll probably just put them in my live sale. I have a pile of stuff down here, and I have a pile of stuff upstairs. I need to do a live sale in the next couple of weeks. If you know, I've been working on a yard sale. It's going to be this coming weekend. So that's going to tie me up this week. I'm not going to be able to do a live sale because it takes a good bit of the morning to set everything up and price and number, and then to do it, and then I start packing and shipping, and it's 2 days of that. So I need a good 3 days of nothing to be able to do it with you guys. So that's the holdup. That's the holdup. But okay, have I built up the anticipation? I found, look at all the organ poles I found. Like, there's more. You guys, you know the organ poles, right? I'm going to show you what I do with mine for anyone that's new that hasn't been around to see my organ poles. Yes, Judy, just give me a little bit and I've got an ink pen in there. But look, they're all old. They're in a beautiful font, but they're in English, and they're all old organ poles. So let me show you, okay, I'm going to put these aside so I already did it. And then there's still more in the bag. There's still more. I hit the mother load for you guys. I don't need any more. I'll show you what I've done with mine. I put it in my English advertising jar and just added some greenery. And I went through and kept the ones that I didn't already have. So now I have, look how many. So I'm gonna have to get a new container. They're getting a little out of control, but this is what I've done. No, we haven't moved. We're still talking about it. Yes, Jeannie, I have moved a lot out of here. But look behind me, all my shelves are gone and the holes are fixed and the clock thing is moved. I've moved a lot over there, honestly. I hope it sounds okay though. But yeah, I am kind of hollow here. So anyway, that's how I did my organ poles. Was just in an arrangement. I have it sitting. I still have my table that I made sitting here. So I'll show you. I didn't turn my lamp on, but that's what I've done with my table. Let's see here. You're on my tripod, so but there you can see them right there. And just added some other little things in. and I kind of have it set up for fall. Both of my daughters are coming home, so we're going to be able to have a baby shower coming up here, kind of like a party for our friends to meet the, yes, Penny, that's great. For our friends to meet the guys. And so just that is a new thing to add to my list. So anyway, just know when I'm not here, my heart is here and I will be here. I'm just not here right this minute. Okay, I found a box of wooden buttons. All wooden buttons. I thought that was a great find that we can craft with. I may split some up and sell some because I don't need that many. But I thought they'd make great looking little, like little cabochons, but they would be like official real buttons. The only problem is I can't cut the back off, so I'm not exactly sure. I don't know. I'll have to see what I'm going to do. But I did find a box of wooden buttons that I thought was cool. I found this wheel, which I love because it's self-standing and it doesn't have to lean. It's just real thick. And so you can see, and it's just a nice size. So like, oh gosh. Okay, let me just show you how easy this is to decorate with. And I love, like I have the little fan blade that was cool. I've already taken it over to the little house. But like, look, now this is just a quick, but see how cute? You just pop it in there. I just think it's so cute. So anyway, I got the wheel. I'll just leave it there. I kind of like it. Okay, I'll probably move it later, but yeah, the wheel is super cute. So you always want to be looking for a wheel. I got a couple of, I mean, this was $10. This one was $10. Just so you know, when you're looking, those of you that follow me know that we do these up for Christmas time. And so I found this one. It's really rough, but you know, it is what it is. So I thought I could hang some greenery down here. You hung lace and keys. Oh, that's awesome, Judy. Yeah, that's awesome. You wouldn't part with the buttons. Oh, Kathy. Well, I like to share sometimes with my friends. And then I got this one for $8. It's got a big paint drip on the back, but I thought they both were kind of Christmassy colors. This one I won't have to do much with. This one I thought I might put a little oil on it. But then I also bought like the little deer. So we'll do up a whole vignette, but I loved him. And see, I got this one too. So he was cool. And then this one, but I broke its leg in the bag last night. But there's that one, because they don't really wrap. They just kind of drop them down in. But I got him too. So I can always tuck him. I've kept his leg, but I can always tuck it in some greenery. And then we always put like a little tree or some. Of course, these are a little bit small, but I got a couple of bundles of trees, and they are vintage. And a good way to tell is the wooden base. The newer ones are plastic, but these are wood, and you can just you can tell the vintage from the real if you're really looking at them. Like if those were at Hobby Lobby, you would say, no, I don't want those. But I think this label will really pop once I get some hemp oil on it. And then we'll get the greens to soften it down, and I think it'll be really pretty. I know there's that word, I want to say janky. I know it's not good right now, but it will be. And then I found this old wheel that would go in the top of a bottle. I didn't buy any bottles to show you, but I thought this was a cool bottle topper. So got that. And then I found, instead of I don't have a great bottle to show you, but let's just pretend, well, like the back of this can is neutral, but like instead of a tree, I thought I could do something and make it more everyday, because I have to put my Christmas tins away. Hey Vicky, hi Vicky. Happy Sunday to you. So I thought this would be every day and match my decor. I have no plans, no thoughts, no nothing for that, but at least a start. I have a start. Another really crazy thing, you guys, you true vintage lovers will totally get it. Oh, thank you, Sally. You guys will totally get it if you're true, been around the block. But I found this little Santa, and he was $20. So, but the thing is, usually, like this is super old. This is pre-Coca-Cola. Like we learned that the red Santas came from Coca-Cola, and that if you can find the gold blue or green Santas, those are like old, and that they didn't make Santa's red until Coca-Cola came along. And usually with this color, his face is always like really strong pink. And I struggle with the pink with my Christmas things, so I've never really been drawn to them, but this one has not as pink of a face. It's more of a flesh tone face, so I kind of like him. So I kind of splurged and bought him, but you know, all of my colors are neutral in that, and most of my Santas are reds, and these are just always so expensive. I mean, they can be up to $140 for the bigger ones, usually in the $75 range, depending on their shape. Sometimes they're missing legs, but anyway, he was intact, so got him. Talking too long about one item, right? And then you remember these these are the cone that hit the ceiling, and then your light hangs down out of this. And you know, was it last Christmas or the Christmas before, I kind of turned these into a bell, and I loved all of the things that we did with the bells. And so I picked up a bell. I only found one, but it's really an old piece of lamp hardware. So if you stick around, hit the follow button, stick around with me. You can text me for notifications when I'm going live so that you don't miss it. It's 740-273-6693. I'll say that again in a minute, or remind me. I could type it in, but I'm not going to take the time. It's 740-273-6693. Hi, Maria. Thanks, Clara. He's adorable, isn't he? And oh, Bobby, thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. It's kind of a didn't want to wash it this morning hairdo, so there you go. Okay, so the lamp part turned bell. You guys that haven't been following me will really love the bells, I promise. So I hope you follow me. Good morning, Ruby. Text me. I'm going to give you the number again, 740-273-6693. And you can just say hi. It's fine. You just have to activate the first text, and then we can text back and forth. And I will thank you for texting me, or send you a little message once I get it. And then you'll be in, and I'll let you know whenever I'm going live. So, thank you, Clara. I've missed you guys too. Thanks, Sharon. So I was looking for a small clamp, and a funny story. I found this little clamp. And it's little, like, look, it's the smallest clamp I've ever seen. It's froze up. I can't turn it, so I'm going to give it to my husband and see if he can make it work. But you know that I like to clamp onto the side of a table by my chair and by my bed, my chair in the living room and the bed, and I run my phone cord through here so that I'm not digging around on the floor, and it's a neat vintage look. Usually the clamp is, I'm going to say about the C part is usually about this big, and they're black, the ones that I have. But we found this little tiny one, and I thought it was so cute. And so picked that up just because I've never seen one so small. All right, I have 3 treasures that are different for what you would leave the Santa out. I know, maybe in a showcase or something where he wasn't, right there, but I don't know. I put them away. And you know what? The joy of digging them out and not seeing them, it's like visiting an old friend. So I kind of like that part. So anyway, one of my treasures that I found is this old pottery bottle. It says Boots. Oh, it's backwards for you guys. It said, what's it say? Made at the old Fulham's Pottery, established in 1671, and then it says RO number 623302. And the reason, number one, the shape of the bottle was unusual. I loved spray it with WD-40. Yeah, that's probably what he'll do, but I think he needs a tool or something to torque it once it's sprayed. I'll let him do it. He likes to be a hero like that. Bring it back and say he fixed it. And then it's got the bail, the original bail, and then the lid is porcelain, and the threads are, I don't want to drop this lid because this is amazing, so let me hang on. And then it's all threaded in the porcelain. So I thought this was a super awesome find. And you know that all of the English advertising that I have, so I think it'll just sit so well with all of my bottles because it's so unusual. Oh, Shayla, you like it? I do too. I thought it was, hi Shayla, by the way. I thought it was a great find. So that was a treasure. Let me show you my other treasure just before you guys jump off. This was my big thing. This was my big thing that I found. Okay. All right. So it's just a little cabinet with drawers. It's got the lid lifts and it's got all these little compartments. I have no idea if you cost a vintage item with a clear coat, does that take away from its value? Tracy, I think it depends. Like these shoes are really yucky. I think that they need some help. And so I think it's according to your buyer. And most buyers are probably just kind of getting into it and they would like a cleaner look. And so it just depends on your item and your buyer. I think a true antique primitive person would absolutely not want it if you shellac or varnish it. If you have a decor kind of like mine where you want it to be rustic but not so rustic, you know, I don't really have a primitive house, then I'm all about it. So I'm about 50-50. I'm on the fence. I'm not a good pro to ask because, yeah, some things you can devalue it and other things it really makes it better. Okay. So I know that wasn't very much help, but it really is up to you. And I think all you can say is when someone says, oh, you shouldn't have shellacked that, you ruined it, you could say, well, it needed it. It was thirsty. Maybe try hemp oil first. I love using hemp oil, but the wood really soaks it in. Like I'm going to show you the shoe that we made in my group, and the girls that were in there saw it before I hemp oiled it. They saw it after I hemp oiled it. And now I want them to see it now when it's kind of had time to soak in. So, okay, I'm looking back through for any questions. Isn't the cabinet great, Karen? Thank you, Shayla. Thanks, Dina. I'm sorry, I started to call you Dinah. Janie, thank you. Love the cabinet. Thanks, Bobby. Okay. Tammy likes the cabinet. Okay, I'm going to show you some more with this cabinet. It had some great surprises in it. Thanks, Rita. It's nice to be here. I'm glad Becky likes it. Oh, so nice to see all of you guys. Okay, there's too many comments, so I'm going to just keep going. You just brush some natural wax. Yes, that really livens it up, the wax or the hemp oil, without doing the shellac thing, or I forget what you call it, varnish or something. But sometimes it just really needs that if it's just dull. I did a segment on amber, Zinsser amber shellac. It is like a varnish and it has an amber color to it. And sometimes, like I'm looking at some measuring sticks over here, there are some things that just are really dull and bad. And instead of a clear shellac, you can use an amber shellac, and it's kind of like a stain, and that's a nice look too. I just used some pledge on this to see what would happen. It had some scratching on the top, just a little bit, mostly right here you can see. Maybe, I'm not sure you can see there, they're a little bit lighter than the rest of it. So I'll probably just do the Old English. I think I'll rub some Old English on there and see if I can't get the stain to even out. There's some little dots of things, but I just use pledge. I would absolutely not varnish or shellac or do anything like this. You don't like the shiny, right? The shiny sometimes, it just depends on the piece. I guess if send me a picture, I'll give you my opinion. How about that? Okay, so I found this. So we're taking it to the car, and we noticed, well, inside there's little notes, and there's little, not all of them, but see, this drawer's not coming out easy. Let me see. No, of course not. Here. Some of the drawers have writing in them, and some of the writing is really beautiful, like this. It's really pretty. It says cable, 35 cents per yard. And then this one had all of these little containers in it that have a glass top. They're metal. I don't know what the little cork is. I didn't even pull it out all the way out. But they unscrew and open up. So I thought that was cool. And then this drawer had a couple of old bottles in it with some writing. So that was fun. Anyway, so when I took, so you guys that have been here like forever with me, when I took the 2 black shelves down and taking them to my yard sale, but I had them here and I always loved decorating them up for you guys. And at the little house, I wanted something different, and I really wanted some kind of a shelf, but use olive oil for the scratches. Yeah, that's kind of the same thing as the hemp oil, really. So yeah, exactly, he's right. But it doesn't always darken it enough. The Pledge worked great. My hemp oil's over at the other house. But the Pledge worked and helped a lot of it, but I'll hemp oil it probably when I get over there and make it better. But I think the scratches were too deep, so they were like light colored wood. The rest of it was dark. So you really need to get that Old English or a stain or something in there to catch it up so that it's the same color, and then you do your oil and it makes a nice smooth surface. You know, I'm no pro, but that's just what I do. So you know, I always pick up an old boat whenever I find an old boat, and I found this really cute old boat. It has just a little bit of green paint still on it, but I loved it. I just have a basket of little old wooden boats down in my basement with my nautical stuff, so I grabbed that. I grabbed another horse bit to do. It was the only one that I saw. Sometimes there's a bunch and sometimes there's not. So this one had a hook. I'm gonna see if I can move the hook up here. And since this is a little not perfectly round, I think I'm gonna do the tassel like to here down. So some of you don't know what I'm talking about. I have some new people, I think from Kathy, when I did Kathy's group. So welcome, new friends. But I've been here a long time, so there's a lot of people that follow me and they know what I'm talking about. But my tassel for my horse bit, so I'm gonna do that with this one. Maybe I'll do it here with you guys sometime. Okay, and then I picked up just some jewelry to craft with. This isn't super old, but it was pretty, and I thought I could always use the little heart, and this dangled down would be great for, I just did a pumpkin, and that would have been great on the pumpkin that I did the other day. And then I found these beads. They're not really pearls, they're just beads, but I loved the look of them, so I grabbed those. I grabbed just a few. I found just a few clock faces. There were there were probably 5 different places where I saw them, but they were all fairly new, and I really like the crusty, see the crusty look. Try not to shake, but see how they're all very crusty looking. So, you know, it just adds a look, like this one, you can see where the watch face glass was and where, you know, I love that look. It's just an interesting, it's just another patina added to something interesting. I don't know. And then I found a butter pat, and it's marked on the bottom. I don't know what, it was $9, but it was marked on the bottom. But look, it has all of the fall colors. So I thought if I do a fall display, this little butter pat sitting out would be super sweet with all of my fall pumpkins and stuff like that. Like, it's just a great, like, it's just a cute little thing. Put a few beans, you know me and the beans. So let me show you, for those that don't know me and the beans, hang on a minute, let me show you what I mean. Just real quick. So when you have something like this and you put the pumpkin in, it's like, oh, that's so cute, right? That works, it's great. But no, let me show you how to make it better, just real quick. I just happen to have some here, so I just want to show you what a difference. So these are black-eyed peas, okay? And then you put your pumpkin in. I might have too many, but you set your pumpkin in there, and see how it adds just a little bit more interest to it, and then you still see the design of the item out. That's not a super great example, but it's a quick one. It's a quickie. I didn't plan on doing that, so it's a quickie. But I always like to put beans. You can use green peas or any kind of dried soup beans. If you pop red in your house, you would want to do like kidney beans, or you can do white kidney beans. You can do the mix. There's a mix for soups, And that's always pretty too because it's got a little sprinkle of everything. And so that's always pretty. You know that you guys, not everybody knows, so I'm talking to the ones that know, but I always collect wooden dice or little tiny dice or bone dice. So I have a little wooden bowl downstairs of all of my dice. So I found a couple to throw in. They're kind of hard to come by, so I always pick them up when I can. I found another no sale cash register. They were $15 a piece, so I don't buy too many. I have maybe 5 numbers and a no sale, but the no sale is my favorite. So I found another no sale, so I grabbed that. Here's some clock faces that I got for projects. This one will probably go on my wall with my my janky to swanky table shelf that I made, and then I have all the clock collections on top. You guys have seen. The little bottle pat looks like yes, it does. Oh, Marilyn, hi Marilyn. So I got some really great patinaed old, they're old clock faces. So I mean, you can get Tim Holtz, so you can buy them new and distress them, but you really can't get them this good. So I was thrilled to find the clock faces for some of my projects. I bought a little crochet ball. I'm going to show you what I'm going to do with it soon. And then I found these. We were just walking and Julie says, oh, look at those they're knobs or finials or something. And they look like, Julie's like, those look like acorns. And I thought, you're right. And immediately, I have to tell you what came to my mind. Immediately, hi Dee Dee, I told you I'd be back. Immediately what came to my mind was taking apart a pine cone and laying the pine cone, whatever you call the little things that make a pine cone, and make a acorn cap. I don't know if it'll work. It's what I saw. If it doesn't work, I could still, lay these in with fall decor as they are, or I could use them as a finial on a project. But yeah, they really had an acorn look to them. I don't know if I need to add a piece of foam and build it up a little bit and how they would lay. I just don't know. And it's hard to, oh, thank you, Tori. It's hard to sometimes execute what's in your head, but I think these were great. They were $6 a piece. So just to give you an idea when you're shopping. Okay, another treasure. I don't have very much, so don't worry. I do with the restaurant, I do. So whatever you want, if you want to hang around. One of my favorite things that I found is a shoe stand. I think it could be a hat stand as well, but it is an old iron shoe stand. It's just very worn, but it's not worn on top. The underneath isn't great. But anyway, so that's why I brought the shoe out that I've already done to show you. This is what we did. I'll show you in a minute. This is what we did in our online group. And I just did a little flower arrangement. I added a key and then hand painted some flowers on here. And then I did some transfers as well. And I can tell you that the shoe looked like this when I started, but I hemp oiled it. So there is the difference when you use the hemp oil, if you girls are still here asking about that. Yeah, you'll have to catch it. You've missed some. Yes, a half a ball. Yes, Marilyn, that's what I was thinking too. Paint it brown and then start applying. So anyway, this one is done. I normally don't buy big shoes. Those of you that have been here know I don't normally buy big shoes. I usually buy small shoes that have writing on them. That's usually what I go for. Even a kid-sized shoes are great. But let me show you the difference. So here's a kid-sized shoe. Here's a baby, I would call it like a baby shoe. Well, here, let me show you the difference. So see, there's a difference in size. Okay, and then these are just so big. Like, they're just so big. They're just not as awesome to me. So yeah, I don't really love them. But when I was at Kelly Weiler's Girl Upcycled Studio, I'm sorry, I got a phone call coming in. She had done a little arrangement in hers, and I thought it was such a cute idea. So I added or I came back and made one for myself. She's in my group, so she saw that she inspired me. But anyway, I love how this turned out. So I'm like, oh, Julie, on the way up, I said, I need more shoes. We got to find more big shoes. And she's like, big shoes? I'm like, yeah, I know. I never buy big shoes, but I love those big shoes now. So I got, what did I get? 1, 2, 3, 4 big shoes. And then I found another high heel shoe. So let me show you the difference. Typically your shoes are flat like this, but see how this one, like when you put your toe down, this one would lay on the table, well, fairly flat, but yeah, flat there like this. This one's flat. Most time your shoes are flat. That might have a bit of a heel to it, but this has like a really nice heel. It's like the third one I've ever even seen before. I've seen people put a spindle or like the acorn thing or something like to create a heel, which is super cute to make it sit flat. And then, you know, I made my clock. I did that. Yes, Dee Dee, I did. I'm going to show you guys that last. So hang in there because it's awesome. Anyway, I made a clock that really works out of one of these shoes. It's in the other room. If you want to see it, let me know. I could take you in. Most of you guys have already seen it, but anyway, I'm all about the shoes right now. So I got a couple of more ideas. Oh, and then I wanted to show you. So I think that the shoe stand is going to hold, let me get my pretty one, going to hold the shoes really nice like this. I've got to put a little tack nail in to keep it from sliding, but it'll stay, you know, like that. And then I thought I could decorate maybe a little one to sit with. So I think it's going to be a cute little display, and I think that's going to be fun. So this was quite the treasure. I had been through the booth, the particular booth it was in 3 times, bought something each time. It's amazing when you go back, you find things that you didn't see. So whenever you're antiquing, it never hurts if you have time to go through again, if it's a decent show or a favorite booth, because there's things get moved around or sometimes they pull more out. In this case, it had an old ratty black patent leather shoe sitting on it, and I thought it like all went together. And when we went back, Julie was looking at something, and I was just like poking around and digging through stuff. And I picked it up, and I picked it up to see something behind it, and the shoe fell off, and the tag said shoe stand, and I thought, oh my God. So I'm like, you probably heard me squeal wherever you are because I was so excited. But anyway, yeah, so you have a pair of matching high heels. Oh, Becky, I think you told me that before. That's so awesome. So now I have 2. The one that I had before has patches where it wasn't quite wide enough, so they added a leather piece to get the wideness of the lady's heel. It's a really cool one, so that's the one I have. Okay, keep moving here. I found an old bobber. You know I love bobbers, and so I always, you know, try and share bobbers with you guys when I get them, or, you know, decide to sell a few of mine. So I picked up one bobber. They had a few more, but that one I loved with all of the different paint colors on it. It's, you know, it's unusual to see all of the colors so intact on a wooden bobber. So that's a great one. It was $20 just for this little bobber. And I know that's crazy, but when you have a collection, they look great. So thank you guys. Thanks, Marilyn. Yeah, I talked about you several times to Julie. So I bought some more lace. You know, I don't need it, but I bought more old lace to work with, and I found just one piece of tatting. I think this is a tatting, but it needs cut a little bit more, but I'm not going to because I might be able to use that torn edge. I'm not sure, but I got this piece. I loved this chunky for a pumpkin, so I'm going to make a couple pumpkins. I have so many things I want to do with you guys, but I want to make a pumpkin. I wish I had this the other night for Kathy's group, but I did not. So I'll make another pumpkin and use this. I found this one as well, maybe for a little bit smaller one. And then I got some jewelry here. I was super picky. I was super picky on the jewelry. So I'll show you what I mean, I kind of was. There's an older look to things. I did need some pearl things, so I wasn't super picky on that really. I just got some pearl earrings. I got a pair of hang down pearl earrings, so I wasn't super picky on that. Well, I kind of was. That's all I bought out of everything. Oh, aren't they great, Jackie? I see you talking to her all the time. She's awesome. I need to find some bobbers for your fish. Oh, Kathy. Well, gosh, I have mine packed up right now, but I can put you on my list. But I was gonna screenshot. You can private message me, okay? So, because sometimes when I screenshot, it messes up my video. So private message me, and I can get you some bobbers or show you show you some. Not right away, but yeah, I was. Oh, that's so nice. Thanks, Dee Dee, for telling me. It was an awesome project. So I found this shoe clip. It's vintage. You can see there's some pieces missing from it, but it was an awesome one, and I like that. I like that it's vintage and not brand new, sparkle, shiny. Like this one's pretty new, but still has that little bit of darkness for vintage. This one was a great piece. Again, you can just tell how the rhinestones have kind of yellowed a bit. There's a look to the older that you can see like this. And then I did pick up this little necklace just to add into my rhinestone stuff. And then for fall, we found a pair of these gold gem earrings for a fall project probably. Okay, and then I showed you the shoes. Oh, and then the only other thing that I got, the organ pull guy had these two boards. They're walnut, and this one has leaves carved in it and berries. There's leaves and berries. It's got these two pegs that we'll have to cut off, but let me see if I can show you. So my idea was to just dry brush. I hate to because it's mahogany, but I don't know if the darkness, it doesn't, like from a distance, see how you can't really see the action in it, the carvings. So I don't know, we're gonna try and clean it up and see, but I may cut these ends off and hang it over a window or a doorway or a mirror just to add a little something vintage and interesting in the house. And then another piece that I picked up, so I like this one because it had the depth, like see, it has like all of the highs and lows and the carving like that. This one was a little more flat, but I really love the morning glories and the leaves. So, and this one's very flat. See, there's no action, see that? But I think it's still going to look great, and when I dry brush it, I think it'll really gather and pop that design. So anyway, I got those, and that was my bright idea to put them over a doorway or something at the little house. We'll see how it goes. But my husband doesn't always like all of the too crusty stuff. So I thought those might be not so crusty. So in the beginning, for those of you that missed, I have a restaurant here locally that is remodeling, and they're doing a sports bar. So I got to do some shopping for that, and I want to show you real quick. So come with me to my, come with me in here, and what time is it? It's 12:30. Okay, we gotta leave here just a minute. So let me show you though. Hey, I'll do this. I'm gonna take this off. Oh yeah, Jackie, you're right. So okay, let me just flip you around. So this is what I found. Well, Julie and I found for the sports bar. We're just starting to. I'm just starting to work with them. So he wanted some things for the wall, and this is what I found. So let's talk about it. I found these old weights. They are 1 pound weights. You can see the 1 pound, and it's marked on both of them. There's the 1 pound. So I got those. And then these are weights also. It says Spalding 1 pound. And Julie's watching a movie right now with castles and kings and stuff, and they go out in the courtyard and they like lift those up and like beat them like drumsticks or something, but they're like, that's what they're doing for weightlifting. Now, to be totally honest, I think this one is a juggling. It's not marked Spalding, and see how the shape of it is a little different. This one's fatter at the bottom and a little more weighted. This one's a little more just doesn't feel like it's heavy at the bottom, and it's slimmer at the bottom. So sometimes you may find these and say, oh, I found an old weight. You didn't. It might be a juggling stick, and they have them in different sizes. The only reason I bought them both, I knew for sure, Julie found this, and I knew for sure that this one was a weight because it says 1 pound and it has Spalding on it. But I got this one to go with it. I think Joe Schmo, regular people like us, we're not really going to know that. And I think if we showcase the Spalding or do like a little, you know, brass sign underneath and explain what it is, I think it'll fly, and I like the pair. So I did that. Got an old catcher's mask. I really tried to focus on blacks and woods and browns and that. So there's an old basketball team from 1921. We got several catcher's mitts, different types of catcher's mitts. Got a tennis racket, mostly because it was wood and it was our color theme that we needed. I got these 2 balls. I love this one with the outside seam, but they had the look, the softball, big softball. And then this old, I don't know, I don't know what it is. I can't really tell. I'm gonna guess they're weightlifters, but I thought that was cool. And then this baseball picture. I loved this mask because it went so well with our color theme that we're trying to pull. They're talking about doing a wood ceiling with black beams. So they're gonna do a concrete stained floor. This one I thought was super interesting. It's like a bishop, and it was like maybe a church baseball team, something like that. I thought it was really cool. That's the one I really studied the most. And then there's one more. I'm sorry. Just look away a second. There you go. Now, here's the last one that I got. And I'm going to guess that one was track. I'm not sure, but from their shoes, that's my guess. Anyway, so when you stand back and see the whole, you know, the whole collection, and then there was a bunch more there. But a wrestling, oh, that could be it, Karen. I never thought of wrestling. You're right. Anyway, so I love how this is all kind of put together and how you can see how it all works. It all goes together really nicely. So anyway, I think it's a nice start for them. Oh, and then I had the bat too. I got a Cincinnati Mickey Mantle bat, Little League approved. I don't know. It's just a nice wood, you know, the wood that we talked about in there. It's like just nice color. So I'm super excited. The guys liked what we found, and I screenshot from the mall. I bought all of this at the show, and then there's a mall that's open all the time in Springfield, and it's the biggest antique mall in the country, is what they say. That's not me saying it, that's them. And so anyway, it's huge. I forget how many thousands square foot it is, but it's big, and it takes probably, I don't know, 3-4 hours to get through it. And there's always a line. You wait another hour to check out. So I just screenshot a bunch of pictures of things that I liked, and I didn't have to commit to buying them because, you know, they were kind of like, we trust you, do your thing. I didn't have a budget, so I was trying to be, you know, I kept saying, are you sure, Julie, what do you think? I was so glad to have someone to, you know, bounce ideas and bounce thoughts and, you know, get her input, and she's so good at that. So it was great to have her just to back me up, right, when I'm thinking. So anyway, you guys, I guess we're going to get going. We're going to go over on the side-by-side and pick some peppers, and he wants to meet his sister. So I'm going to try my hand at stuffed peppers. Everybody's making them for parties that we go to, and my husband's loving them. He's like, why don't you ever make that? I'm like, oh, I don't know. So I'm going to try my hand at making some stuffed peppers this afternoon. And we had our friend Elena, he was over there at their house while we were gone, and she made some, and he's just, I don't know how many he had, but he wants more. So I'm going to try. So anyway, you guys, thank you for watching. It's so nice to hang out with you. I'm glad I got to share all of my treasures. And as I do my creating, of course, I will share with you. And if it's in my group, my private group, then I will at least bring you the finished products when they're done so you can see. And then when I get the shelf hung at the little house and all styled, I will share that with you. And then the other items that I bought for you, I will be sharing in our sale. So again, I'm going to give you my number. I haven't memorized, but I don't trust myself. It's 740-273-6693. And when I have a live sale, I will let you know at that if you text me at that number and say hi, I will let you know when I'm having the sale or whenever I'm going live. So thank you, Sheila. You love stuffed peppers, Jackie? Yeah, everyone makes them different. My friend Jessica makes them with bacon. She just uses cream cheese and bacon and cuts it up and then or wraps it. I think she wraps it. And then Elena used hot sausage and cream cheese. So yeah, I don't know. So, oh, Gloria, thank you. It's coming along nicely. It's coming along nicely. I tried to show the girls in my group and it kept in the basement. Yeah, the sausage. That's what he really liked that. Yes, it would be fun. There's a garden over at our little house from the renters and they're not able to get back and get their stuff. So they're like, take what you want. So there's a bunch of peppers. So we're going to go do that today and take a ride. We got to do something for him since I've been gone for me, right? We got to share time. So anyway, you guys, I'm going to let you go. Text me at 740-273-6693. If you don't want to miss a live, just say hi and I will message you right back. So thanks for following and have a great day. Bye-bye.